pride of Arizona, headed to the NBA by way of the Timberwolves, now to Chicago, part of the Jimmy Butler deal. He was taken 7th overall, but again, part of the Butler deal. So he heads from Minnesota to Chicago. And to help us make sense of just the kind of player the Bulls are getting, we have our Arizona head basketball coach Sean Miller with us on SportsCenter, joining us via the phone. Old reliable here, the telephone, Coach Miller. To the folks who didn't get to see much of Markkanen, whether it's Pac-12 was up too late or whatever the case may be, what kind of player are the Bulls getting?
Well, we're getting a very, very good player who I think has an incredibly bright future in the NBA, but also an equally great kid. Probably as mature of a freshman as we've ever had at Arizona. He reminded me this past year a lot of how Aaron Gordon would have approached his freshman year. And, in both cases, although they're 18 years old and freshmen, they had the qualities almost of a senior, and that great teammate, very unselfish, incredibly hard workers. And I think regardless of the organization, you're going to love having those types of guys on your side.
Now, I read somewhere, Bulls coach Fred Hoiberg from his days at Iowa State, a little bit, running in similar coaching circles perhaps. How do you see him using Markkanen at the next level?
Well, Fred has always been a very creative offensive coach, an offensive mind. And, I know that the Bulls in particular are looking for shooting and skill level. And, Lauri really brings that day one. I think a lot like when a high school player leaves high school to go to college, especially at a high level, you start to say, what's that one thing they can bring to the table right away as a freshman? And, Lauri transitioning from college to the NBA, there won't be anybody in this year's draft that can shoot the basketball better. And, Randy, the thing that's so unique about Lauri is he's not 6'9" or 6'10". He's 7 feet tall. So, in the pick and roll game and transition and spacing, no matter where you put Lauri, the other team has to know exactly where he's at.